Okay, we have some breaking news. A memo has been sent to the NFL, and the man who can memorize the memos and release the information exactly how it was sent out from the NFL. Tom Pelissero is reporting that the NFL just informed clubs that if a game cannot be rescheduled during the 18-week season in 2021 due to a COVID outbreak among unvaccinated players, the team with the outbreak will forfeit and be credited with a loss for playoff seeding per sources. Damn. Massive implication, says Tom Pelissero. You ain't kidding, pal. Per sources means the NFL just sent this memo to Tom Pelissero less than a minute ago. He was able to through that entire thing and pump out what matters, and that's why the arrow, Tom Pelissero, is always trending up. AJ, your thoughts? This is even more like we heard this from Mac Brown originally, months and months and months and months ago. He said what we're being told is if everybody's vaccinated, we can go back to normal. If people aren't, we can't do anything. So it was almost like, hey, get vaccinated or your life's going to be absolutely terrible and different at a competitive disadvantage from everybody else that does do it. That seems like what's happening here in the NFL with just a couple of days before everything gets started up again.
Well, it sounds like they're just stepping up their game of trying to get people to get vaccinated to where they know they can't say you have to be vaccinated to play, but they can make it very difficult if you're not vaccinated. So now we've seen what Michael Irvin come out and talk about it, how it's an advantage if you are vaccinated, 85% of the team, all this stuff, and they do. It is going to be interesting to see because it's true. Like you're going to be almost separate from the team if you're not vaccinated, right? You got a mask, you got a social distance, all that stuff.
There's more coming out from the arrow, Tom Pelissero. Here's more from today's memo, which also says the team responsible for a canceled game because of an outbreak among unvaccinated players / staff will be responsible for financial losses and subject to potential discipline from the commissioner. Wow. Okay. So you don't want to get vaccinated, that's fine. Hey, that's fine.
Sure.
Don't worry about it. Do what you got to do. But if it's because of you that a game gets moved, you're going to have to pay for the money that was lost from that game. What is that, $70 million?
So much money. Yeah.
$70 million? Is that go back to that thing, please?
What if you cost if you cost an owner a home game? That's gigantic money.
Will be responsible for financial losses and subject to potential discipline from the commissioner. Well, hey, don't have to get vaccinated. Only possibly punished by a $70 million fine amongst 7 or 8 of you or 10 of you, however many are on the team. It's like, you don't have to get vaccinated, though.
No.
Hey,
that's it.
Don't have to do it. Don't have to, by the way. Just, hey, do whatever you, hey, land free, okay? Because of the brave, do whatever you got to do.
That's right.
You don't need to get it. Hey, you do whatever you got to do. But if it's because of you that a game gets lost, depending upon which stadium, now you better hope it's in a different stadium. Yeah. But if it's in one of those big, you're going to owe Jerry, okay, $70 million. That's one game. All right. Think about up there and imagine if some.
No, Jerry will owe, right? They're saying that the team, they're not putting on, the players aren't going to owe all that.
Go back. Outbreak among unvaccinated players will be responsible. Here, that also says the team responsible for a cancel. Oh shit! So now Jerry has reasons to tell. You think I'm going to pay Robert Kraft $70 million up there because you won't get a shot because of your freedom? Is that what the conversations that are happening right now? It is. This is going to be a massive conversation, by the way. Everything that is handled when it comes to the vaccinations and everything that happens getting back into life, and who knows with everything that's potentially happening, this is all going to be talked about centuries from now, decades from now. Everything is going to be talked about. The NFL went to this length to get everybody vaccinated and said that a team would potentially be fined $70 million if it doesn't happen. I mean, that's crazy to think about, AJ. I mean, there's a lot going on. The league intends to play its entire 272-game schedule over 18 weeks, 17 games, and this is key. We do not anticipate adding a 19th week to accommodate games that cannot be rescheduled within the current 18 weeks of the regular season. Play on time or don't play. Other key competitive aspect of today's memo, vaccinated individuals who test positive and are asymptomatic can return to duty after 2 negative tests 24 hours apart. Unvaccinated individuals still subject to mandatory 10-day isolation period. It's crazy stuff coming out of Tom Pelissero there. More strong language, something about obliged Every club is obligated under the Constitution and bylaws to have its team ready to play at the scheduled time and place. A failure to do so is deemed conduct detrimental. There is no right to postpone again. Okay, so they're saying get vaccinated or get the fuck out.
Yep.
Is Cole Beasley going to retire then?
Well,
He's gonna have
Cole
to.
Beasley is not the only one. I just want to now Cole Beasley has been the loudest.
He has been pretty loud.
Slamming the drum.
Dr. Florio said he thinks he was trying to get cut.
Cole was?
Yeah.
So, but I mean,
From the Bills?
I am no doctor. I have no idea what's
Why?
going on. But as a spectator of society, it does feel as if places are just going to tell people you're getting vaccinated.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what's going to happen. It started with when Mac Brown told us, that was months and months and months and months and months ago, that the ACC said, this is how your team can operate with people vaccinated. If one person isn't vaccinated, you have to continue to do COVID-19 protocol. As soon as this brain, I don't know how everybody, my dumbass, as soon as I heard that, I was like, oh, that's what everybody's just going to do. And here we are, a week out from preseason football starting here, and this is all just starting to kind of come forth now.
Yeah, we're like a month away from cuts, and guess what? If two players are on the cut line and one's vaccinated and one's not, they're taking the vaccinated guy.
Yep.